Hi kids, welcome to the video. What are we doing today, Cal? Today we're going to show you the difference between fake and real Magpul sites. So many of them are fake online, and we're going to show you how to tell the real deal from the fake McFakersons. Alright, so one of these sets is real and one of them is fake. This is set A and this is set B. I challenge you to figure out which one you think is the real deal and which one is the Fakers McGeesons.
Have you commented yet? Hurry up. I don't want to... Can you tell which ones are real?
These are the real Magpul, real deal. So first we're gonna go over the packaging so you can tell the difference between the real and the fake. Just in case you're at a swap meet or something, you'll be able to identify it immediately. The thing that's gonna stand out is going to be cloudy plastic. So the real Magpul has the cloudy plastic. The fake Magpul has this thinner plastic that is also very transparent and better to see the product inside. So I think this looks better, but it doesn't matter what looks better, this is what is real. So you're gonna look for that ugly, cloudy plastic to illustrate that you're looking at some real stuff. The next thing is your cardboard up here is gonna be very texturized. It's gonna have lots of texture in the cardboard. So yeah, you're gonna see all that fibers. It's gonna be great for your poop, if you need to eat it. So here, this is not fibrous. This is just kind of a smooth, cheap cardboard. Very easy to print on, not real. The shades of the green. This is more of a kind of a brighter olive green, and this has a little bit of blue tint to it. You might not be able to notice that if you're not doing a side-by-side, but it's something to look for. Also, the staples are a little different. So this kind of looks like staples just right out of a staple gun. These ones are gonna be a little bit elongated. So, or like this is like a table stapler. And then those are just a little bit longer, a little bit flatter. Let's erase them. Come on, why are you attacked? Oh, he wins. What? All right, so when looking at the real and the fake, these guys are the real. And something that you'll notice is this really unsightly yellow Loctite. Magpul always uses yellow Loctite, and they always make sure it's unsightly. These fake ones have this really clean, nice looking joint there that has no Loctite and is gonna fall apart. You'll notice immediately that the Magpul is significantly heavier than the fake one. All right, so this one is the real Magpul, and you're gonna see the weight there as being 1.3 ounces. 1.3 ounces. Then we're gonna weigh the fake one, and it's gonna come in at
1.3 ounces. So as you can't even tell the difference in weight.
They got it down to the gram.
Yeah.
We got feel lighter. It feels lighter.
It feels cheaper in the hand when you hold it. How about that?
No, it feels lighter. I can feel the difference.
I think you're crazy. Yeah, that's how I could tell. I mean, I'm sorry, dude, I can't. I don't know the difference.
All right. Well,
also, that's the biggest watch. Like, that's like a drug lord watch.
We're gonna notice that the set pin here is a large chamfer around the set pin on this one, and there is a much snugger setting of that set pin on the correct Magpul. So on the fake one, the pin is shiny. Magpul, the one it's a flatter black or maybe a dark plum kind of color. Magpul spring is just a tiny bit thicker, made out of a higher quality steel because I said so. And the fake one is a little bit thinner and a less quality steel. Also, the fake one's front sight post is shiny, which is not gonna work very good in sunlight. It'll cause a reflection. And the Magpul one is a flat black, which is much more efficient at shooting. So, because it doesn't pick up the sun as much. I don't wanna get flicked. Ow! Flicked.
All right, which one hurts more?
All right. Oh, it's significantly different. So the Magpul spring is definitely much more powerful. The real Magpul is gonna be a lot stiffer. It's gonna have kind of a crunchy transition there and has a small little notch. The not so real Magpul has a slightly larger notch and is also smooth, but not nearly as hard to push down. It's cheap, it's much cheaper. It's definitely gonna wear out way faster than this. Very difficult to, you can kind of hear the difference, listen. that is the real Magpul. And here is the not so real. So this right here is the fake Magpul. You're gonna see how the lettering there is very similar to the real one, but it's almost etched in there, kind of drawn. And then in the real one, you're gonna see a little bit more of a block, as if the material was cut out. The real Magpul also has these molding marks that are very high up on it, very prominent mold lines. And then these ones were ground off or not as prominent. I think that has to do with the quality of the plastic. I think the tougher, harder, more durable plastic, those mold lines stick there in the processing more. They don't knock down as quickly. And then the cheap one, it was very easy for them to just scrape off and clean up those mold lines a lot easier in the manufacturing process. Yeah. So moving on to the rear sights, one of the biggest indicators that you have a real Magpul is that you have the flat black adjustment knob as opposed to the shinier adjustment knob. That shinier might look a little bit better, but it is a very, very tiny, but tactical liability. You're gonna want the flat black to reduce glare and reduce shining, and as opposed to that shiny stuff, which is clearly going to make you stand out. The sore thumb in the side of the hill, and your enemy will see you and they'll see it gleaming in the light, and they will shoot you to death because of the extra shininess. So out of the package, the real Magpul, this one right here, has a lot of grain around that hole, and I don't know if it's your peep sight there. It doesn't look very precise in its cut. I don't think that's by design. I think that's just a little bit sloppy in that hole. So here is the fake one, and I noticed the hole is a little bit bigger. Your accuracy in regards to your hole is going to be not quite as great, but the hole is quite clean. The real Magpul is going to have those different colors and textures in the plastic because it's more fibrous. It's a higher quality plastic, a higher quality polymer. And then the fake Magpul is not going to have that variation because that's going to be just a kind of basic recyclable plastic, not super high end.
Cool.
There is a difference in these paddles. They're the real one, the striations are a lot more clear, and then the fake one, they're kind of rounded. So there's like a texture difference in that.
Interesting.
And then same thing with this button here. The real one, it's a little bit deeper. Fake one, it's more shallow in these cuts. Yeah, no, I think they're probably pretty comparable products. There's only a couple tiny differences that make the Magpul probably better. One would be the shiny front sight post. You don't want a shiny front sight post. That's really a pretty bad thing because the sun glaring off of it can kind of cause an illusion to change the size of your front sight post. The darker and the more flat the black is of your front sight post, the more efficient it is. So that was kind of a dumb thing for them to do. The spring, obviously the fake one would wear out over time. I think the fake one's gonna loosen up a little bit more on you than the real one. But all things considered, they're probably gonna be pretty much exactly the same. So based on this video and the description that I just gave you, go check out your AR-15, check to see if you have that Loctite and to see if you have any of these features. Figure out if you have real sights or fake sights. And then I would like you to comment in below. I will say that now that I've noticed this spring loosening up, I feel like if I were to use these consistently for 2 or 3 years, and I shot, I don't know, once a week or something, and I messed around with these, this spring is probably gonna get pretty sloppy on these fake ones. If I were to say that there's one significant difference, I haven't really put these to the test, but I suspect the steel in these springs, that the Magpul has a significantly better spring steel, and this is some kind of cheap, mild steel that would rust, would be my guess. I knew a guy once who had a Parasites on his gun. He would shoot and they would just randomly pop up. And I suspect the reason they did that might have been because of the loose spring with fake sights. Oh yeah, looking at the front sight post again, the fake one, look at how thin the front sight post is on the fake one.
Oh.
And look at how rounded off it is at top. And then look at how sharp and square the real one is. I'll tell you, 95% of the value of your sights is all in your front sight post. So visually, when you're looking at through your peep sight and you're trying to put the tip of your front sight post center inside that little tiny hole, that really flat, squared off, front sight is going to be flat across your peep sight and give you a really vivid line to put center mass. And then this kind of rounded off shiny one is going to give you shit. So you can be less accurate just by the shape of that front sight post.
Interesting.
So when we were in the Marine Corps, we used to take some kind of shoe polish thing. I don't know what the hell it was, but we would spray it on our front sight post, and it was just this dark, black, flat goo that went on there that would take any shine off of it. Wait. Before you leave, I just wanted to make a quick shout out to this. This is our new 80% lowers. It is just this really fancy paperweight with this anime character on it. It has our really awesome sigil and our name brand. When I say our, I mean their, because I don't own this company. They are an affiliate of this YouTube channel though, and I like their products a lot. They have great, wonderful, and reasonably priced. Okay, so it's an 80% lower, and I highly recommend purchasing them before they're banned, and you're not allowed to have the capacity to manufacture firearms on your own. It's gonna suck. I bet Ukraine wishes they could manufacture firearms on their own. Because that kind of shit happens for real, because it's happening right now in Ukraine. So.
I wish the Democrats gave me guns.
Yeah. We need guns. I don't want to say too much about this because this is a sneak peek, but this is really cool, and I'm going to say not very much about it. What was in there?
That was a dummy round, man. Don't worry. It's filled with dummy rounds.
Am I a dummy?
We're checking.
Kapow! Kabang! Kapew! There actually is no trigger on this because it's an 80% lower.